this part of the series, we're talking about the image of God that He's establishing through the portrait of our marriage, our kingdom marriage. But we got to focus on not only the calling, the purpose that frames up that marriage, but we must focus on the fallen nature of ourselves that are present within the marriages that we've established and entered into, or for you guys that you're going to enter into. You know, like I told you before, my wife and I, our whole family, in a very unique season, watching our 3 adult daughters preparing to enter in to that divine portrait of marriage. And I just set it in my mind that I'm so aware of the falling that's happened in my own life and in my wife's life and in all of our lives, especially when we take those 2 fallen lives and bring them together for oneness. Yes, we're aware of the calling, we're aware of the purpose, but we feel and experience the falling day in and day out and season after season. And we're allowing the Lord to bring us through that. We're leaning on Him, we're trusting Him, we're conforming more to His image than to our own image or to our culture's image, and live in that redeemed state of the divine portrait of a kingdom marriage. So, you know, looking at these 3 guys that are courting my daughters, man, I thought, okay, the first thing we need to deal with, even before we harp on and get on and focus on the purpose of it all, I want to see these guys try to go into this marriage with as little baggage as possible. So it took them down a path of saying, man, guys, understand, we're fallen men and we are redeemed by the blood of the Lamb. But without dealing with certain things in the fallen image of who we are as men, we're going to carry a lot of baggage in to our relationships. And I know you guys love these girls with all your heart. You want nothing but the best for them. And when I look back on my life, I wish I would have taken advantage of the wisdom and the hope that I'm about to share with you guys. And here's what I shared with them. I said, guys, whether you're going to be engaged within 4 or 5 months or a year, what if you took a journey on addressing the falling within your calling as a man going into marriage? Here's what I mean by that. To take a look at our life and self-examine and see what are the hooks that I see, or even that I don't quite see yet, that have found their way into my flesh. The writer of Hebrews described it like this. He said, therefore, since we are surrounded by such a great cloud of witnesses, let us throw off everything that hinders us and the sin that so easily entangles. And let us run with perseverance the race marked out for us. Let us fix our eyes on Jesus. This is how you do it. This is how you throw off the sin that so easily entangles. This is how you run the race with perseverance that the Lord has marked out for you as a man and in your marriage. You fix your eyes on Jesus, the author and perfecter of our faith, who for the joy that was set before Him, He endured the cross, scorning its shame, and sat down at the right hand of the throne of God. Consider Him as your example. Consider Him who endured such opposition from sinful men, so that you will not grow weary and lose heart as you live out this divine portrait of a kingdom marriage. Here's my application for you. Any man that's in marriage, looking at the whys, that's considering marriage and pondering all the whys and hows and all the stuff that goes with it, I want you to consider this right now. How can you free yourself of as much baggage as possible as you enter into that relationship and as you walk in the current season and the seasons that God will give you that is to come? What does it look like for you and I to observe the hooks that are in our life and start to back those hooks out? Cutting barbs, pushing through, freeing ourselves from every sin that so easily entangles us. You know, for these 3 men that I'm about to take on as future sons, I felt the best gift that I could give them is to be transparent and honest and talk about these hooks and admonish them and encourage them to do whatever it takes to rid themselves, free themselves, and cast off every sin that might be entangling them now, and walk in that divine portrait as free, with no baggage, no check luggage, coming into that marriage. And for some of us that have picked up some baggage along the way and have grabbed some hooks in the hand, hooks in the finger, I want to encourage you right now, it's never too late to cut barbs, back out those hooks. Rid yourself of the things that so easily entangle you now, and look forward to watching the painter continue to paint that portrait of your marriage that is enduring. Look to Jesus. Keep your eyes on him, the author and finisher of your faith. Consider the example that he set for us, and let you and I persevere in the role, in the calling, in the position that he has put us in this marriage, so that we can take that initiative, lead well, and love these special people that God has placed in our life with everything that we have within us to do it with. I want to encourage you right now, rid yourself, free yourself, cast off every sin that is currently entangling you, and watch how the passion of the paint and the artist's stroke is making a beautiful portrait of your kingdom marriage.